Hi, so it's James Dooley here from FatRank, and I'm joined today with Dan Grant and Elliot Preston. So the lead generation service that we're looking to offer at present has got three different models. We are very selective with what businesses that we choose to work with because we do it on a guaranteed return on investment model. But unlike where most customers choose the lead generation company, we've got to be very selective with what companies that we choose to work with because our customers need to make certain that once we're generating them the leads, that they then will be converting that into conversions. So a lot of the time we'll be asking quite a lot of questions with where do you actually make your profit and how can we generate you more of those type of leads. So it's not really a volume game. This is more about the quality of leads that we can generate you. At present, we've got three different models on, which is one, the first model is that you don't need to pay anything up front. We will build you out the website and we will send you through the leads. You add a finder's fee on for ourselves and you pay us a cut of your profits through to our business model. Hence the reason of it being a guaranteed return on investment. The second choice that you have is that you pay £500 up front. We build out the website and it's the exact same model as offer number one where you don't need to pay anything. But what happens is all £500 of what you pay gets put into the site. We actually double that and we put £1,000 into the site. We also fast track you in the priority queue. There is quite a backlog at present with quite a lot of customers looking to take this lead generation service that we have out. So if you're wanting this to be done at a faster rate, we strongly recommend that you pay the £500. The last one is paying £1,000 up front, which is obviously more than the 500 and obviously more than not paying anything. But again, we double that amount. So we put 2,000 extra on top of building out the site to try to get faster rankings, to try and make certain that within the priority queue, we put you at the top of the priority queue. So instead of taking, it could be a few weeks or even a month before we build out the site, if you're not paying anything up front, with regards to paying £1,000 up front, you're at the top of the priority queue. We're building those sites out. We're strengthening them up a lot more with more content and more backlinks, which allows you to generate leads a lot faster. These are generated via organic SEO. But again, something that's very important is if you're paying the £500 or the £1,000 up front, this sits as a credit and as a balance on your system. So you do not pay a single penny more until you get that £1,000 back or you get that £500 back. This is where it's guaranteed return on investment. And then after that then, whatever you're starting to pay, you're just paying as a cut of your profits. So you might add us 10% on, 20% on, 25% on top of your price for ourselves. And then on top of it, obviously you're making the profits as well. From niche to niche, it completely depends on what you think you can get away with charging for what commissions you can pay through to us. But the more you do pay, obviously the more we reinvest into the websites and try to grow this out and build up a partnership. So Dan, expanding on what I've just said, have I missed anything from what I've said on there?
That's all like spot on. And what you said there with kind of we focusing on the quality of the leads as opposed to kind of the quantity sometimes. That's really important, I think, because we don't want to be in a position where we're generating leads, just for the sake of generating leads, and then the client's not getting very good leads. And obviously, if they are to spend more money with us initially and put that 500 down or even 1,000 at the start, what that means is we then reinvest every penny of that, as you said. And when you rank these websites, obviously, as we both know, it costs a lot of money. So obviously, we need to invest a lot in content, invest a lot in backlinks, and all these various other, services that we need for the websites to actually rank for the key phrases. So for us to actually do that, obviously, it does take an investment, and to have that up front at the start just means we can get there a lot quicker. So I think that's generally what we do look for from our clients, isn't it? Is to show that intent, and then to also understand our business model and understand that if they are to invest at the start early, then they'll actually reap the rewards from that much quicker than if they kind of went with that free model.
Yeah. Elliot, is anything else that you can add on there from
Yeah,
personal?
just going back on what Dan said again, we'll reinvest every penny really. So it goes back to just saying the more you spend, the more leads we'll get because we'll reinvest it for at least 6 months to a year. So
It's
yeah, we
quite an
don't make
interesting.
any money on it.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting one with you, Elliot, where you've actually had quite a few different clients from resin flooring to roofing to cladding to windows, gym equipment and stuff like that. And obviously me and you've gone and met the actual business owners, and we've told them about this business model. And probably you've been the most successful in there of being able to get the business owners to spend that much more up front. And they've become our best clients, haven't they? Like, so just explain a little bit, not in too much detail, but just like a little bit about why you think the people that are willing to spend that little bit more up front, like why they get more leads or why they get it faster. Like, just so they understand, because otherwise, anyone who's watching this is going to say, well, if I don't need to pay anything, why should I pay £1,000? I'm just going to wait and not pay anything. But explain the reason of why. If I came to you now, Elliot, and now knowing what you know, what would you do? Would you pay nothing? Would you pay 500 or would you pay the 1,000?
100% pay at least 1,000. I'm not just saying that because I've got a lot of clients who started off on £100 a month and now they're paying a few thousand. So it just goes to show, obviously, you need to understand what you're getting into and everything before you start spending money. But yeah, the more you spend, the more we'll invest to get more leads, and we'll grow it for you, and you grow it for us. So
And that's what Elliot said there as well. With kind of actually, we can understand why companies are hesitant to spend that money. Obviously, we're in a market now where people don't want to spend money on things they're not 100% sure about. But I mean, like you said there, the testimonials we've got from our clients, the relationships we build with our clients, and the fact that we actually, can confidently say that these clients that are spending more earlier on are actually seeing more of a return in investment quicker. We've seen that pattern exist with, so many different industries that we work in. So, we understand the hesitancy maybe to an extent for clients that are new, but at the same time, the clients that do kind of, take that leap and put that extra bit in generally are rewarded the best in terms of the amount of inquiries they're receiving and obviously the amount of money they're making from those inquiries each month as well.
Yeah, and it's obviously risk-free as well, because obviously you pay the amount, you'll get back the amount in jobs and leads, and then obviously then you can make the decision you want to pay more, which pretty much all our clients do. So yeah,
obviously the more they pay, the more it's getting reinvested. And I think the big part is that the £1,000 sits there as a balance, as a credit that they call upon once they've started to win certain jobs. That they go, right, okay, now we owed you 1,000, but I paid 1,000 up front, so now we're back level, and then you kind of build on from there. So I think it's very important. This is what I always say when we end up meeting through to the clients: is seen us as not seen us as being an expense, but seen us as being an investment. And I think it's very important for people to understand this model, that it's, if you're frugal in business, I get it. Like, and I want also anyone who's watching this, challenge us in any way, shape or form. Ask us for the testimonials. Like, look at the links in the description. I'll go and drop in now 3 or 4 different links to real businesses. Go and Google them companies. The real companies, go and check the About Us page and the Meet the Team page. If needs be, go and ring them companies up and ask to speak to who's giving the testimonials. These are real businesses that have grown from 2 vans to 10 vans or to 20 vans on the road in different trades, in different industries, or it could be in the finance sector that have grown online. Like, these are all different companies that we're working with, that we've allowed them to grow online, that have reinvested, that understood the more money they're putting up front. And some of the testimonials, they're striking in the fact that they all say, or they all seem to say, I wish I'd put more in sooner. Because the fact that you reinvest that money, I wish I had put some more in sooner. We wanted to make certain that, like, at first, it sounded too good to be true, because it's like a no-risk supply of inquiries. Business always carries some sort of risk. But for us, we know what we're doing. We know that it's an evergreen product. So let's say it's roofing or cladding or carpet cleaning, whatever the industry is, we know that people will be searching for your industry or service. At present now, if you're watching this video because you've been accepted with regards to where you're based, what geolocation that you do, and the industry that we are going. Yes, we know we can generate leads. It's scientific and mathematical. We've knowing how we rank within Google, that we say, wait a minute, it's us that's taking all the risk, all of the risk. Like, even if you put £1,000 in up front, that's guaranteed return on investment. If you generate 0 leads in 12 months, I'll refund you the £1,000 if you get 0 leads. But for us to rank that website might cost depending on niche, it could cost anything from 15,000, 20,000, 30,000, or even 50,000 pounds to rank the site, depending on the niche. So we're having to put all that in because to build a website might only cost £50, but the website means nothing. It's the engine behind the website of the content that you do, how you optimize that content, the backlinks that you're doing, the trust that you're building online, the CRO to kind of change it from the traffic to then conversion, but then also us making certain that we're getting the right information from our customers to get the right inquiries. Because again, it's not a volume game. This isn't a quantity, like I want to generate you 50 leads a day. I'd sooner generate you 10 leads a day that are perfect leads that convert, that make you your highest profits. Because we only get paid against your profits. Nothing against, it's not on a pay per lead model. It's not on how many clicks that you get for like PPC is. It's not on an SEO where you might rank, you might not rank. We're taking all the risk. We have to get it to rank. We have to get the clicks. We have to then generate the leads. And you're not even paying on a pay per lead model. You're paying on a conversion. So we've got to make certain we're getting the right leads as well. And I think that's the most important part. It's the quality of leads. But what we need to do and what we understand, and a saying that I always say to Dan and Elliot, is the lifeblood of any successful business is a consistent flow of quality inquiries that turn into profit. Now, also, these are exclusive leads in a lot of industries of what we're generating. So we need to make certain that this works for you, that you're getting the return on investment before we ask for anything. So have you got anything there to add on to it before we close it up, Dan or Elliot?
I think that's all. Covered it all really there, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Good. So make certain on the email you respond. Check to see like what niches and exact kind of products. It's not just a products of saying, okay, we're in the roofing industry. It's trying to understand within the roofing industry exactly the products. Is it servicing? Is it odd, like doing a survey of the roof? Is it repairs? Is it a complete replacement of the roof? Or is it only new roofs that you do? What type of roof is it that you do? Is it a flat roof, a green roof, a biodiverse roof, roofing only for churches? Think of within your industry the exact products and services that make you the most profit. They're the ones that we want to try and target. Not the broad terms, but the specific sub-niches within your niche that make you the most profit. So we look forward for your response. Hopefully you go with the £1,000, which then means that you get fast-tracked. If you do go with 500, again, that's still okay. If you do go that you're saying, I'm not willing to put some money in up front, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, it comes across that you're coming as being a bit of a freeloader, and nothing in life is free. Again, we're reinvesting every single penny back into these sites. So we do want to see some sort of commitment from you up front, knowing that we're going to have to be spending 10, 15, 20, 30,000 pounds into the site. So we look forward to your response, and hopefully we have a nice long-term partnership.